What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. And today we're ripping a brand new Topps 2026 Flagship Football Hobby Box. We're chasing some of the biggest rookies, including Fernando Mendoza, Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Love, and so many others, as well as some of these super short prints, the touchdown, the strutting, the billboard material. And there's also just a ton of autos in this product. So we'll see what we get with this one. I've seen that this product does have an incredible high ceiling, but it also does have a very low floor. So without further ado, let's get into the rip. So I know that this product often has a lot of mixed reviews, at least from the initial release date. We've seen players pull, or not players, but like rather other people pull, just regular napkin patches as their best card, as opposed to some others, pulling absolute bangers. I've seen where they pull an auto and a touchdown insert. But what I'm really curious to see is these hobby exclusive packs. These are, I believe they're called silvers. These are, like I said, hobby exclusive. You get one in every single hobby box. So we're going to leave that for last. And we're going to rip these other packs first. You get a ton of cards with this product, which is something I really like. So if you like ripping cards and, you still have the opportunity for a high ceiling, this product is incredible. Like you get, I believe it's what, 20 packs here, 21 packs. So we'll see what we get. We're gonna move this box out of the way. So without further ado, let's see what we get on this first pack. Like I said, I've seen a lot of people get a ton of base. I mean, I think these cards look truly incredible. Like just the design of them, I think is really cool. You get a lot of, you get a lot of, you're gonna get a lot of base in this, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, this looks like a base. You get a lot of just random players. But there's Emeka Buka on the future stars. Not a big hit. Obviously, this is more of just like an insert than anything. The Detroit Lions here. Nothing that we're really gonna write home with on this first pack. So, like I said, you're gonna get a ton. I mean, a ton of cards just in general. You get 12 cards per pack. 20 packs. You're looking at 240 cards in total. So, I mean, there's just a ton of potential here, but there's also a lot of downside with this product. So the one thing I do like, let's see, we have another base pack here. You get Brandon Cisse. I am a Packer fan, if you couldn't tell. I do collect Packers, so we will be keeping those, but for the most part, we will be putting probably all of these cards on my eBay store. So if you're interested in any of these, there's a Raj card. We'll be keeping him too. If you're interested in any of these cards, feel free to go check out my eBay store. It is Slaytontv. So far not great. We've hit two basically dud packs with no inserts, no parallels, no variants, and it looks like we have a third in a row. I feel like this can be a common trend. Cade McDonald rookie card there. Aaron Jones. I feel like this could be a common trend with this product. But I mean, you also get, I mean, these are decent cards. I mean, pretty cool looking designs, I would say, with some of these. But again, Ashton Genty on the future stars. nothing to really write home about. So, I mean, through 3 packs, we really haven't seen much from this product. So hopefully we get some turnaround here. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier, you do with this product, you do get a guaranteed auto or relic in these hobby boxes. So it's one or the other. We obviously haven't hit either of those yet. Hopefully those are to come. So, I mean, again, another one where we're not really seeing much here, but we do get our first Fernando Mendoza rookie card. So, I mean, this is just the rookie base. But hey, at least we get something there. We get a following it up. We get a Jordan Tyson. So 2 good rookies there. I mean, then you get Jacoby Lane. I think this kid's going to be low key decent this year. So we'll see. You get a David Bailey. He was a top 10 pick. Can't remember if he's top 5 or not. Jets being from the Jets, probably top 5. Sorry, Jets fans. But good rookies there. Marion Hampton, Pat Bryant, Jordan Mason. I mean, there's so many different players that you can get here, and we get a backwards card. I don't know if this is anything, but you get a bunch of linebackers there. Oh, okay. So we do have some sort of a parallel here. Tez Johnson, Tez Johnson on the foil. Not numbered, but a decent card. So we at least get something here. So we will at least put these in sleeve, and we'll sleeve up this Fernando Mendoza for right now too. There's a lot of different, I think, variants and a lot of different variants and parallels that you can chase in this product. So I'm curious to see primarily what the retail is going to look like. I've done primarily retail products in the past for my rips. This is my first YouTube video where I'm doing this. I am getting pretty new into the hobby. This is primarily my PC behind us. So as the camera zooms in and out, you'll see, I got Christian Watson, Matthew Golden is primarily my big PC with my pride and joy of the Uptown. I love the Uptowns. That's why I really like the billboard material and the touchdown inserts that are in this. So it looks like we have another not great pack. Byron Murphy, Gunnar Helm, Max Crosby, Vinay Sewell, Bryce Lane, rookie card, Kyle Monungai, Rick Stingley. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is common for what I've seen on these rips from at least release day. That you have an incredibly high ceiling, but you also have such a low floor with this product that you could just get stuck with a bunch of just nothing. Another not great pack. But let me know what you guys are chasing in the comments, and who you're really looking forward to this year. I think this guy right here is gonna have a big year. Luther Burden, with him and Caleb Williams and that Ben Johnson offense. I think he's gonna have a really good year. Quinshon Judkins on the future stars. You have Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. Being living in the Dallas area, a lot of Cowboys fans here, and yeah, we'll see. They should be good this year too. We're gonna grab this one. So quarter of the way through here, and not great. We have the one insert that's not a real big hit, but it seems like every time you hit something, it's always going to be like a backwards card. So, geez, I mean, Jadarian Price, I think this kid's going to be good too. I'm curious to see what that Seattle team looks like. Kind of revamped. Garrett Nussmeier, rookie quarterback. Miles Garrett on the Browns. which is interesting because as we know, he got traded to the Rams. So it's interesting that they put him on the Browns. So I get the feeling that some of these cards were probably printed before, you know, a lot of the off-season action happened. We get a running backs there, Bijan, Kyron, and Jameer, top running backs in the league. I mean, obviously Bijan and Jameer are going to be presumably the 1 and 2 overall picks in your fantasy drafts. But let me know if you guys have any sleepers. Comment those down on the video here. Let me know who you're chasing. So I mean, we have not done hot on this video, for at least with this case here. There's not, excuse me, this box. Oh, I see something there. Looks like we have some sort of backwards card there. Yeah. So got a couple rookies here. CJ Daniels. Honestly, have never heard of him. Cyrus Allen. I've heard good things about him coming out of Kansas City. I'm curious what that Kansas City offense is going to look like. Jalen Ramsey. Trey Harris. Set these down quick. Jalen Walker. Looks like we probably just have another foil here, and it's Jacoby Brisket. Jameson Williams. Yeah, just another foil. I mean, it's better than nothing. And unfortunately, it's Jacoby Brisket, or Brissett, as most people call him. But we will sleeve this one up. These sleeves don't want to work for me. But so far, I mean, we're almost halfway through the rip here, and just haven't seen much. We still waiting on that relic or auto. Hopefully, it's an auto. Might have something there that looks like a backwards card. We might have one at the end there too. But yeah, I mean, there's such great chase in this product. And it's actually a pretty reasonable price, I will say. I guess that wasn't a backwards card. My bad. Get the Seahawks. It looks like we got some sort of insert here. And it's a Trey McBride on the all tops team. I think this guy is an incredible football player. Like, I think he's just put in such a bad situation in Arizona. And we have Leonard Williams and Tyler Higbee. That, you know, he doesn't really get the flourish to his full potential. I think he's the best tight end in the league. Hot take. Not really a hot take, but just an incredible football player. And feels like we have something a little bit thicker here. Maybe not. Maybe it's just that card's a little bit warped back there. Okay, we do have. I guess if I looked, we do have a memorabilia card there. The Carrion Branch, Jalen Green, Katron Allen. Katron Allen might be a sleeper this year. Look out for him. Sam Darnold. And then we have a Bryce Young. Field swatch. So I mean, this is probably going to be our guarantee in this pack. Is this? I mean, not a bad hit, not great, but you know, not terrible. It's a good player. Bryce Young, I think, has a lot of potential still. You know, he's still kind of like in a really bad situation where he's been, you know, put in with a bunch of different coaches, and just hasn't had great opportunity. But that looks like it's probably going to be our one guarantee. So not great, you know, that I think is the downside of this product is that, you know, you do get a ton of cards, but you know, there's also the ceiling's high, but the floor is also pretty low. Just looking at this next one, and it looks like this is just another base pack. Chris Johnson, Kevion Terrell, Ronde Godson, Bijan. And you also got to look out for, I believe it's the gold mirror is what they're called. You know, just not a whole lot of decent pulls here. Raging Bills. That's a pretty cool card. You know, not a whole lot that you can really recoup value from. So, you know, hopefully here at the back end of this, there's, you know, some decent pulls, but we'll see. You know, there's still hope. You know, there's still quite a few packs left, and we do still have the silver. And I've seen that you can pull, you know, different variants and parallels out of that, as well as autos. I've seen autos get pulled from that. Pete Woods, Height, another set of quarterbacks there. Xavier Worthy, Jay Thornton, Derrick Henry. There's a Jackson Dart on the profiles by Cal Brandt. Pretty cool looking cards. The first one, I believe that's the first one we've seen of that. At least this insert. Just a couple base here. Sorry, I had to double check that last one there. But let me know what you guys think. Have you guys pulled any hobbies, any retail? Speaking of retail, I will be dropping a video here in probably the next week, and there's a full base pack here. And probably the next week or so, going through the 3 different retails that are available, the hangers, the megas, and the blaster. I have all 3 coming in. This is just a base pack. I have all 3 coming in, so I'll be dropping a video soon, giving you my opinion on, you know, which ones you should buy, what's the best value on these. So yeah, I mean, I think the hobby boxes, at least for this product, are reasonably priced. I got this box at $230. So it was probably a little bit on the higher end for what you could get, but I did buy it from a hobby shop, or excuse me, a card shop that sells hobby boxes. And I thought it was pretty reasonably priced. I thought that's what it was going to go for. You know, pre-orders were about 100 and Skylar Bell rookie card, kind of cool. So I figured that's what they would go for, you know, at a normal shop. So, and then you get Buda Baker. So I didn't think it was too outrageously priced. And, you know, for the ceiling that you can have with these products, you know, there's potential for Fernando Mendoza autos, Tom Brady 1-of-1s. You know, there's the ceiling's high, so the price tag isn't terrible. You know, with last year, the first hobby box I ever bought was a Donruss hobby box. Oh, looks like we have, I believe they call this a gold. It looks more bronze. But with the Donruss that I had last year, Carson Beck, rookie card. Put that Jonah Coleman here. We'll put Carson Beck over here with the David Bailey. Makai Lemon as well. Xavier McKinney. But I paid over double of what these boxes cost. We got an upside down card here. Our first one, upside down. Chris Jones. Then we have Michael Penix. What do we have here? Colts. And it's Quentin Nelson. So, I mean, out of all offensive linemen, I mean, Quentin Nelson on this parallel probably isn't bad. Ooh, it's out of 226 too. So it's numbered. We'll sleeve that one up. So I don't think that's bad. I mean, out of all, you know, obviously you don't you want to pull bigger name players, but Quentin Nelson, incredible offensive lineman. Followed up with Joe Thuney, and then Micah Parsons. We'll probably PC this one. Micah Parsons is part of my PC. I have a couple of his cards up in here. Got one of his Topps Cosmic there. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a good product so far. I mean, obviously not the best box here, but this probably won't be the last hobby I ever buy. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see, what people pull. I know I've seen a lot of people pull some pretty good cards. Omar Cooper, I think he's gonna be a good player as well. It's just he unfortunately got put on the Jets. Deshaun Stribling as well. Keldrick Falk. Can't say I've ever honestly heard of him. AJ Terrell, Chuba Hubbard, Henderson. I really liked him. He carried me last year in fantasy. So you get some more pass rushers. Cameron Jordan, Trey McBride. Get a Luther Burden. We're gonna see the stack of base cards is getting rather high over here. Sorry, I got piles all over. You get Ricky Pearsall, and then Teteroa McMillan. Sorry, pronouncing his name is a struggle. Getting down to the end here. Let me guys know what you guys think of this rip. I mean, obviously it's not an absolute banger. Yeah, but this product again is still fairly new. Looks like we have some sort of insert there. Get a lot of base. I mean, Sonny Styles, I think is that guy's gonna be quite the player. Kyler Murray on the Vikings. First card I've seen of him. I know my buddy Hazel. He's a big Vikings fan, big Kyler fan too. So we'll keep that one. Justin Herbert. Bengals shred. Interesting. I kind of like these cards. Like each of them seem to be different. So I think those are pretty cool. They're not obviously not really worth anything. Devon Witherspoon, one of the top corners in the league. Let me get him on. Oh, okay. Okay. Kind of a cool card. What is this numbered? Numbered out of 150. Okay, that's a cool insert right there. Let me move this one out of the way. Yeah, so okay, this is and it's obviously one of the best corners in the league. Numbered out of I can't really get the lighting correct here, but you can see I numbered out of 150. So a good card. What is this? Conference Kings. Devon Witherspoon on the Conference Kings out of 150. Okay, so we got at least, I would say that's a good hit. Put that one kind of back there. That's a nice one. So I mean, it kind of the packs have kind of made up for themselves. We have the Quentin Nelson out of 226 or 2026, I think is what it is. So that kind of made up for it. Got a Christian Watson there at the back. But ooh, looks like we got something there. I saw a little bit of foil. So we're obviously the back half is where you want to be when you're pulling these. Carnell Tate, I really like Carnell Tate. I hope him and Cam Ward thrive this year. Nick Singleton, another Titans rookie, might want to be on the watch for. Peyton, Sam Porta, CeeDee Lamb, Calvin Ridley, the Dog Pound. I love how they put Myles Garrett on there. He's no longer there. I just find that comical. Montez Sweat. What do we got here? We're going to have Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins on the foil. And we're going to have J.C. Horn and Christian Watson. So, I mean, a couple decent cards there. They're at the back end. But, let me know what you guys also think of this year's rookie class. who are you chasing on the rookies? I know there's not a real large amount of rookie quarterbacks like there was last year. Last year, you obviously had the big one in Jackson Dart, Cam Ward. You had those big chases, and then obviously Scat was another big one that came on kind of late. We got looks like a backwards. Nope, just another insert. One there at the back too. Ruben Bain, Chris McClellan, Packers rookie. I think he was like a third-round pick. Quinyon Minchell, Jalen Johnson. Got Stephon Diggs thrown in there. Okay. Put that one in the. Get rid of these cards. James Conner. We got another backwards card. We got a Dalton Kincaid on the wild card. Okay. Cool looking insert here. Wild card foil. Okay. Then we get Drake May. Best nickname in the league. And just another insert. So we're down to the last pack here. And then we'll get into the silver, which again could provide a lot of utility. I've seen autos come out of there. I've seen numbered cards, different types of parallels as well. So only time will tell here. This looks like this is strictly a base pack. Colton Hood. There's a lot of rookies you gotta start become familiar with, whether these guys are going to come on or just kind of fall into the wayside. Surprised they do Spencer Rattler. He's a backup quarterback that really didn't do much, but there's all of our main packs. You get a ton of cards, not a ton of value, and that's the risk you run with these hobby boxes. But again, you get these hobby exclusives, and it looks like I think all. Ooh, okay. Maybe that one's backwards. We might have an auto here. I don't know. I'm getting excited. We shall see. But I think these cards are super cool. Okay. We get Drew Aller right off rip for the rookie. We got a couple backwards here. I think these cards just look cool. I love the look of them. There's obviously Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome is super expensive. We get a Brock Bowers. Okay. What do we got for Brock here? Okay. I believe that's technically, I think this is like a gold variant. Not 100% sure on what this is. Is it numbered? I didn't see a number on it. But okay, we got a variant on that one at least. We have a Caden Wetgen. Ooh, okay, we get an auto. Okay, look at that. We get a rookie auto. Caden, not Caleb. Caden Wetgen auto. Okay. So like I said, this is why we saved this last pack for last, because you can pull such good cards. I mean, this one obviously he's not a well-known rookie, but you still get an auto. Unfortunately, it's a sticker auto, but hey, an auto, we'll take it. We'll get at least some value back with this card. We'll sleeve them up. But yeah, I mean, that's like I said earlier. Hey, there's potential on these packs that we get something. Usually the hits on these packs are going to be backwards. We a Drake May, we'll take that. And what's our last one here? A Jared Goff. Okay, so we get two really good quarterbacks. We get a potentially good rookie quarterback here too. Let me move these out of here. These are just random base cards. But yeah, I mean, we get a ton of value here. I think the biggest ones being okay. I take this back. Let's re-examine this Brock Bowers. This Brock Bowers, I missed it in the bottom corner here. That is out of 25. So this card we got a banger here. We had to circle back to that one. I noticed it when I set it down. That's one thing with these cards. They're very hard to see the numbers on them. You got to get just the right lighting. You can see it out of 25 there. So yeah, I mean, we definitely got redemption with that last pack for sure. So we got some good numbered out of this, as well as some good parallels and some good inserts. So to recap, obviously we got the Bryce Young patch. We got the Devon Witherspoon Conference Kings out of, what was this out of again? It was out of, bring it back here. Just look at that card, out of 150. That's a cool looking card. Incredible insert. I think Topps did such a good job with this. Brock Bowers out of 25. Great player out of 25. This one's a good pull. And then, to get two, we got 2 out of 1 pack. So that's the potential you have with this product. You get the Caden wet gen. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers can make this kid turn into something. But this is another great one. Is this one numbered? I don't think so. I didn't see any sort of number on it. The Caden wet gen auto. So I think overall I would rate this product. And then we got, let's go. Hang on, before I rate the product, let's go through some of these other inserts. Jacoby Brisket. We did get a Fernando Mendoza. It's just a base rookie, but hey, we still pulled a Mendoza. Unfortunately, we didn't get any like Jeremiah Love. I don't recall seeing him. Tez Johnson on the foil. A couple other ones here. Trey McBride, Jacoby Lane. We also got Dalton Kincaid on the wild card, and then Mac Hollins on the foil. So, I mean, overall, I think that this case was pretty good. I mean, I would say it's probably about a 5.5 out of 10. I mean, good, not great. Very fun rip. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is this worth buying another hobby box? Is it worth looking at retail? We will see what retail brings next week once I get my retail products in. I did pre-order them online from Dick's. That's where I usually get a lot of my retail products. I think they run pretty reasonable prices if you're looking. I'm not sponsored by Dick's by any means, but that's where I shop. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and if you've liked the video on this rip, there will be more to come. Drop a like and subscribe for more content, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you guys.